Greetings, old school magic players, and welcome to the Four Horsemen. Greetings, old school magic players. Welcome to the Four Horsemen on a Sunday night. We're going to be doing some Four Horsemen tournament number 14 matches. Tournament number 14 of the Four Horsemen Old School Magic Players Group focuses on Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, and the Dark, the original first four Magic the Gathering expansions. Check us out at fourhorsemanmagic.com, facebook.com/group/4horsemenmtg. This tournament's running May 17th through June 16th. We are just wrapping up our group matches today, and we'll be releasing the quarterfinal matches here tomorrow. It's a 4-week regimen, as usual, and the first couple weeks are group matches. Then we have quarterfinals next week, and then semifinals and finals the week after that, wrapping up June 16th. The banner restricted list, as you see here, and if you'd like to play or join us for Four Horsemen Old School Magic, check us out at fourhorsemanmagic.com. Join us also on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to play some Four Horsemen Old School Magic. All right, let's check out the players. I think they are in the whereby. Let me jump in. Hey guys.
What's going on?
Gentlemen, how's it going?
You hear me, guys?
Yeah, we hear you.
Nice.
How you doing,
Well.
JS?
How about you guys?
Doing good, thanks. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Chad. How's it going?
Good, man. You guys cool if we do a video of your match for the YouTube stream?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. All right. Well, I just did the intro and queued up the match, and I wish both of you guys good luck.
Thank you, man.
All right. I'll go on mute over here.
Yep. Let's go. Where you from, Brian?
California.
Oh, nice. Cali.
All right. So the guys are getting ready to play. And let me just make sure I've got this set correctly. Yeah. So JS is a returning player. He's been with us for the last few tournaments, and he's been working on some really interesting, cool decks. Brian Burrow is a new player to the Four Horsemen, and I believe this is his first, or maybe his second, Four Horsemen tournament. These guys are in, they're completing the last match of their group. And we've got a couple other players who are also finishing up their matches tonight. Looks like JS is taking a mulligan. We can take a quick look at the brackets real quick while the guys are getting set up here. While JS is doing his second draw, and we can see what the pairings are. So JS and Brian are in Group C. Let's see. So Brian lost his first match 0-2, and he lost his other match to Tim 0-2. JS has played Tim, lost to Tim, and JS won versus Jonathan. So JS is 1-1, and looks like Brian is 0-2 so far. All right, so Brian starts off with a Taiga. No first turn Kurt Ape. That'd be a great start. I played a match versus one of our other players earlier today, Mark, I think it was, and his first turn Kurt Apes just got me game after game. It's pretty rough. All right, so looks like Brian is on red, green, blue, powerful combos, and JS with a swamp and a scrubland plays the Kumbaj Witches. Kumbaj Witches are really showing up in a lot of magic decks lately. I always forget how to spell the Kumbaj. I think it's C-O-U. Something like that. Witches. Here they are. The Kumbaj Witches. The Arabian Nights version. 1/3 for 2 black, and they deal a damage, and the damage can be dealt back to you. Okay, so Brian plays an island. Looks like he passed. And JS did a damage at the end of turn. Wow, look at this. Boom, a Stormseeker. Ouch. So JS takes 5 damage. Bam. Stormseeker is a really interesting and powerful instant that's rarely played in any other format, but it's also been making an appearance. It was James earlier, not Mark. It was James that I was playing. He's also running Stormseeker with really strong effect. Okay, so I guess JS is probably just attacking with the witches here. No sense in taking a damage himself. Those witches do. The opponent can deal a damage to a target too. So. All right, so strip mining the scrubland. Brian's doing great on mana here. He's got every color he needs. Oh, and another Stormseeker. Boom. 5 more damage. Ouch. Interesting. So real quickly, JS is down to 10 life while Brian is sitting on 18. Okay, JS drops a plane, so now he's missing his double black. What's going on here? It looks like Brian should be taking a damage for that. He should be at 17, right? Yes, there we go. Oh, but JS should be taking a damage too. Hey guys, I have a quick question. So on those Kumbaj witches, the witches can deal a damage, right? Are you attacking with them, JS?
Yeah,
attack. Oh, okay.
Attack.
Okay, yeah. I was just checking, right? Because they do deal a damage back if you activate their ping.
I know. That was where he asked me the ability of it.
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
Explained.
All right, sorry to interrupt.
Okay, man.
All right, go ahead, guys. I'll go back on mute. All right, yeah. So JS is attacking with those witches for the 1 damage, not using the ping ability. Okay, so Brian is in a command and control position here with those double Stormseekers, and now drops a Barbary Apes, the 2/2 Apes. Barbary Apes. Where are those guys? There they are, Barbary Apes. Yeah, so these are in Legend. 2/2 common from Legends for a green and 1. Not too bad. Like an extra Pixies, but a little stronger on the defense and don't have the artifact protection ability, but it's another kind of great Legends green weenie card. 2/2 for 2 is real solid. Not bad, at least for back in the day. All right, so JS plays a Fellwar Stone. He does get his second black. I'm surprised he didn't have something like a Urnum or a Jusum there. But the 1/3 on the witches is a strong defense. Those witches, they're really interesting because they're 1/3 for 2 black and they can ping. So they're deceptively powerful and very underplayed. Really cool card. And of course you got the famous Kaja Foglio art, which is very unique and different from all the other art. Alright, so let's see. What is Brian going to do here? Brian boomerangs the witches. Interesting. Oh, wow. So now that defense is out of the way, and Brian can get in with the apes. Alright. Hitting JS for 2, dropping him down to 8. Double Stormseeker and hitting with the Barbary. Strong start for Brian. Okay, JS drops another land. I wonder if JS is just mana flooded here. He's got a ton of lands. Black, white, green. Ah, the 6 Triskelion. The all-powerful Triskelion. That is a strong card. Triskelion is probably the single most played creature in all of Four Horsemen. Just a really powerful card, even though it is a little pricey. Alright. So, Brian drops another Volcanic and comes in 4 mana. That's only 3 mana to cast that. That's Jaloom Tome. Another really powerful card in Four Horsemen. Just great drawing engine. And classic Antiquities Jaloom Tome. Beautiful art by Tom Wannerstrand. Really reminiscent of the good old days of Magic. Okay, interesting. So here Brian is attempting to cast Unstable Mutation, and in response JS is pinging that Barbary Apes with 2 of the Triskelion arms, so the Unstable will fizzle there. And the Apes hit the graveyard. So now the Triskelion's down to 1 counter, he's down to a 2/2, but looks like JS is tapping a bunch more mana. Mirror Universe. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a turn of a card. Mirror Universe, just classic Legends. During your upkeep, sacrifice Mirror Universe and exchange life with your opponent. Pace, and it's a 6 casting cost artifact. Wow, what a turn. Oh my goodness. All that damage that Brian did with the Stormseekers and getting in early, and now JS comes down with the Mirror Universe. So sneaky. Alright, so Brian activates the Jaloom Tome, drops a flash counter into the graveyard after drawing. Looks like he's got 2 cards in hand. Does he have... Oh, okay. The Mountain Walking Mountain Yeti. Great card. Mountains are everywhere in Four Horsemen, and the Mountain Yeti are a 3/3 Mountain Walk. It's another card that's never played in any other format, but in Four Horsemen, they're not too bad. They can't be spirit linked, and they can walk right through your mountains. Alright, so JS is... What is JS going to do here? It looks like he's just... He's probably going to ping with the witches. He's pinging himself with the witches. And he'll take 2 damage. Yeah. He's pinging himself with the witches to bring his life down. Alright, so during the upkeep, JS can activate that mirror universe and just switch life with Brian. It's really rough. And that would bring okay, so he is switching life, and Brian very creatively just turns the life counter on his phone around. Oh, that's so brutal. So JS goes to 17, Brian goes to 6 with the mirror universe life swap. Wow, what a move for JS, and quite timely as well. Man, Brian just had complete command and control of this game early, but as in many Four Horsemen matches, they're often very swingy. A lot of back and forth and lots of surprises, and certainly Mirror Universe is just the ultimate game changer here. Okay, so JS is he activating the... Is he attacking with the Yeti? What's going on here? Oh, wow. That is great defender, I think, that JS is playing here. Yeah, so this is a card that we rarely see. It's a white instant. Target creature gains +0/+X to the end of turn, where X is equal to the creature's casting cost. So that gave the witches +0/+2, right? So he could basically block, I guess, the Mountain Yeti. And he doesn't have any mountains, so he can't mountain walk. Interesting. Great defender. Another card you never see in any other format. Mark Pool art, really cool. Looks like Triton or something. But yeah, really interesting instant card that we rarely see played. All right, so now Brian's attacking in with the Mountain Yeti, hitting for 3. Brings JS down to 14. And the Jaloom Tome doing the work, drawing with the mini book, activating Jaloom Tome, and Brian's grabbing a card. He's going to discard a card. That Jaloom Tome may save him. After all, it's really been helping him dig and draw. He's got 4 cards now. He's going to have to discard 1. Alright, so looks like JS is pinging again with the witches. And here he is, so he's using the Great Defender, so giving the witches +0/+X. And then this is transmutation, I think. So he's using this black instant, also very rarely played, from Legends. Until the end of turn, switch target creature's power and toughness. So it'll make that witches, it gets +0/+2. So now it's a 1/5, and then this makes it a 5/1. Oh! And Brian plays the instant boomerang and pops that thing right back into JS's hand. Wow, that was smooth and tricky. And so So JS, he kind of wasted his instant surprises there. Great move by Brian with showing you how strong the boomerang is. And so JS replays the witches, passes turn. Brian still got the boomerang sitting out there. That should go to the graveyard. Yeah. Wow, what a sneaky, tricky maneuver with Great Defender and Transmutation. JS tried to get the extra fat 5/1 attack in. Oh, wow. So, interesting. Jaloom toming again and deciding to discard a unstable mutation because he has another unstable mutation. So now the Mountain Yeti is a 6/6. Alright, so JS is going to block with his Kumbaj Witches, and he's going to sacrifice them to the Diamond Valley and gain 3 life, bringing him back up to 17. Yeah, Diamond Valley. Man, what a unbelievably powerful card. Just so strong. We've had to restrict it. It's so powerful. And allows you to just sacrifice a creature and gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So any creature that dies, if it's gonna go to the graveyard and not gonna take out another creature in combat damage, you just gain life off of it. It's so strong. All right, so that Yeti gets a counter. I guess Brian probably doesn't have any counters handy, but so it's now +2/+2. But can still hit in for 5, which is a lot of damage, bringing JS down to 12. Wow, Brian is really holding his own and on the comeback here. And he plays another Barbary Apes. Those Apes. The Barbary Apes. Yeah, these guys. 2/2. Legends. Brian Wackwit's art. Really cool. Okay. Ooh, interesting. We jumped away and we come back. And JS has played the Wretched. All these cards that you never see show up here in Four Horsemen. Such a cool thing to see these old cards back in action. This is a 2/5. At the end of combat, gain control of all creatures blocking the Wretched for as long as you control the Wretched. That is interesting. 2/5 for 5. Very strong defense on that card. Okay, so that brings us back to Brian's turn. Looks like he's drawn another land. He's gotten a lot of mana, but so has JS. You need a lot of lands in Four Horsemen. Okay, so that Yeti has 2 counters now. So now he's a +1/+1, so he's a 4/4. Hope they're tracking that. Alright, so he taps the Taigan Mountain. Activates the Jaloom Tome to draw. And discards a flash counter. Interesting that Brian's running flash counters main deck. Pretty handy against JS because he's got some instants like Transmutation and Great Defender. So now the Yeti is a 4/4 and the Barbary Apes are a 2/2. Interesting that Brian is electing to attack with both. So he can take 2 damage or he can take 4 damage. If he blocks the ape, he can take him out because the Wretched is a 2/5. If he blocks the Yeti, then the Yeti will become under the control of JS at the end of the turn. At the end of combat, gain control of all creatures blocking the Wretched for his... Wait. At the end of combat. Oh, wait a minute. No, that doesn't work that way. Hey, guys. I have a quick question.
Sure.
Hey, on that Wretched, JS,
Yeah.
the Wretched says, at the end of combat...
blocking.
Yeah, gain control of all creatures
Sorry, man, you keep
blocking the Wretched.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so the Wretched has to be attacking in order for
Okay.
you to gain control. So you
Gotcha.
You
So
don't-
whatever I block, he gets. Gotcha.
yeah, that's right.
Never seen that.
Yeah, you gotta make sure it's a one-sided benefit for the Wretched. It doesn't go both ways.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, Chad.
no problem. All right.
Jeez.
Yeah. So so that the Mountain Yeti is going to be blocked, and JS will take 2 and go to 10. But Brian does not lose control of him. Only if JS were attacking with the Wretched there. All right. And what is this that JS played? It's in the glare. I cannot tell. What is that? All right. So now the Yeti has 3 counters on it. Oh, that is Sorceress Queen. Oh, yeah. Another great card. Sorceress Queen. Awesome. Awesome. Arabian Nights. Kaja art. And taps to make any creature. Base power 0/2. Okay, so it looks like Brian elected not to attack yet. Hey guys, just for clarification, I know there's no counters on it, but there should be 3 counters on the Yeti now, right? Okay, yeah, thanks. All right, yeah, so there's 3 counters on the Yeti. So the Yeti's back to being a 3/3. There we go. Nice. Now we can tell. Okay, so coming in with the Mountain Yeti and the Barbary Apes again, and the Blood Moon. Look at that Blood Moon. I didn't even catch that coming down while I was looking at the cards. So now all the non-basics are mountains, and that allows the Yeti to mountain walk in for 3. Interesting. So JS is now at, should be at 7, right? Yeah, so Blood Moon with Mountain Yeti. Really strong. Really, really strong. The Blood Moon takes out all your non-basics, so now the Diamond Valley and the Bayous and all that are mountains. Now JS could have decided to activate the Diamond Valley in response to the Blood Moon, but I guess he didn't want to lose the Wretched. In this scenario, he also could be attacking with the Wretched, since he has the Sorceress Queen. But he can activate Sorceress Queen to reduce the power of the Yeti to a 0, even though it mountain walks. So he's got defense here between the Wretched and the Sorceress Queen. It's pretty strong. Man, this is an interesting match. It's been a lot of back and forth. I mean, they're pretty close in life points now. 5 to 6. Wow. Even with the Mirror Universe. What was the damage getting in, though? I guess it's the Mountain Walk damage, but he can make it a... Why is JS not activating his Sorceress Queen here? He definitely should be. He should block the Barbary Apes with the Wretched, and he should Sorceress Queen the Mountain Yeti. That's what I would be doing. Okay, so... Oh, look at this. Red, red, red from the duels that are all mountains. And now he's got the Ball Lightning. Oh, wow, coming in. Alright, JS, you got to be using your Sorceress Queen here. Yeah, just, you can zap that Ball Lightning to a 0/2. And you can block the Barbary Apes and kill them. And you can take the 2 from the Mountain Yeti. There you go. Alright. So now JS is down to 3. Getting low. He's in Chain Lightning range. The Barbary Apes die. The Ball Lightning dies. But now Brian is out of cards. And it's 3 to 6. It's very close. JS can get in here with the 2/5 Wretched. Oh, and what is this? Oh, it's the transmutation. Oh, wow, the transmutation. This will switch the power of the Wretched from a 2/5 to a 5/2. Switching the power and toughness. So, wow. So, that takes That takes Brian from 6 down to 1. It's a 3-1 game. And not sure what happened there. what happened there? They did 5 damage. Let's check in with these guys. Hey guys, that was a really, really great match. There was a lot of back and forth there.
Yeah, man, that's what we were talking.
It was really exciting to watch that one. Hey, I missed it. What happened at the end there? Because you attacked.
No, because I thought it was on 5, so I would have attacked with the queen to finish as well.
Oh, does it do? Did you do multiple creatures?
No, because I did transmutation, but it was tapped out. But I thought I was finishing with the wretch. I thought it was on 5.
Oh yeah, he was at 6 life. So that's what I was wondering.
So,
how did you do the last point of damage?
Yeah, with the queen.
With the queen.
Because I would have attacked with it. No.
Oh, I see. But the sorceress queen is a 0-2, right? Or is it a 1-1?
No, it was a 1-1.
Oh, that's right. Sorceress queen makes a creature 0-2, but but she's
1.
Oh yeah, she's 1-1. Okay, I was like, wait, what happened? And you switched the towering toughness with the transmutation to make the wretched 5-2. That is really creative.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that was such a close game. Like, oh man, that was really good.
Yeah, man. Brian have a very good, really good deck.
Yeah. Those Storm Seekers early were just brutal, and then the crazy mirror universe. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. I let him go.
That was a really, really, really close and fun match. So much.
Yeah, man. I thought I was going to lose it, but and he said, man, it was because I had another mirror universe, and just forgot about the mountain walk ability, so that's why I had 3 damage.
Yeah.
But I would have played the mirror universe if I was so low, you know.
Oh yeah. The blood moons with the Mountain Yeti are so powerful because you can't block them. And then I love seeing the unstable mutation for 6/6 mountain walking Mountain Yeti. Oh.
Hey man, that was rough when he put it. But he had me because I was trying to finish with the witches with the. That's why I attacked, because I would just wanna check if he was going to block or not.
Right.
Try to finish and do the last damage afterwards.
Yeah.
But he blocked, so goddamn.
Wow, that was really exciting to watch that. All right, guys. Good luck on game 2.
Thank you, man. Good luck, Brian.
All right, let's get these guys back down here. Okay, so maybe I can leave a little bit of the volume and.
But I think you're gonna have fun in the format because, man.
Well, let's see. I've tried doing this before. I just think that it's when you got the guys talking, it always ends up, overlapping with the audio. So I'll just need to be extra astute and make sure I call it like it is. Okay, so that was a really exciting game. Some just amazing array of cards. Sorceress Queen, transmutation. What else did we have? We had the Wretched, and we had Barbary Apes, Ball Lightning, Diamond Valley. The Great Defender, instant white cards, which is really kind of a 2-for-1 combo to get your defense up, and then transmutation to switch it over. Very, very combo-y, creative stuff. The Mirror Universe to switch life. Jaloom's home for the drawing engine. What a great match. All right, let's see what happens in game 2 here. Alright, the guys are off. And Brian drops a Taiga. Still no first turn Curd Ape. I think that That's got to be a part of his strategy. He's got the Barbary Apes. He's got the Curd Apes in there, I'm sure. Getting that first turn Curd Ape, and then the Barbary Apes, and then the Stormseeker hitting all that damage is got to be a part of the strategy there. Brian is almost exposing his hand. We're going to make sure he doesn't show his hand there. That's better. All right, so JS, first turn Swamp, second turn Bayou, and plays the Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library and Jaloom Tome, these are the powerhouse drawing cards of Four Horsemen. Sylvan Library is such a classic Legends card. Amazing enchantment. Draw through 2 extra cards. You pick one and put the other 2 back, or lose 4 life for each one. Really lets you dig and look and get what you need. Brian comes down with a third turn Barbary Apes. See, if he had that first turn Curd Ape, he'd already be hitting him with all that 2-3 damage from the 2-3 Curd Ape, but he's not been fortunate enough to draw a early Curd Ape. I'm sure they're in there. Alright, so JS takes 1 card. He can pay 4 life to draw extra cards. And he's got Mirror Universe, so that may be a part of the strategy here too, is drawing with Sylvan and then switching life. So he plays a Scrubland and a Felwar Stone. Very nice. He's ramping up on that mana. He'll be on 5 mana on the next turn if he gets another land. Okay, so now Brian also hits 4 mana. He's got every color he needs except for double blue. He's got double green, double red. And he now is within Stormseeker range, but attacks with the Barbary Apes, bringing JS down to 18. Alright, and passes turn. You know, I'm wondering if Brian has Urnum Djinns or something like that in there as well. The ever-powerful Urnums. Okay. JS is rearranging his mana. Notice Brian and JS, just like me, play lands up front in true old school fashion. This was the way we learned back in 95 when I started playing. Everybody I knew played their lands in front. Today you hardly ever see it, and people razz you about it, give you shit, give you a hard time. But that is the real old school way that we all did it when we were kids back in the day, at least where I'm from here in Texas. Okay, so this is interesting. JS drops a Dancing Scimitar for 4 after strip mining the Taiga. He's trying to keep Brian off that triple red for the Ball Lightning. He didn't keep his land count down. The Dancing Scimitar, that is also a card that never sees play in any format, but here in Four Horsemen, it's actually not too bad. It's been reprinted originally from Arabian Nights with the awesome Ansematic flying Dancing Scimitar blade, and you know, some quotes from Arabian Nights. 1/5 flying for 4 mana, artifact creature, pretty cool. Very stout. Oh, but look at this. Brian crumbled it. Crumbled the Dancing Scimitar. That will give JS 4 life, bringing him back to 18, or sorry, to 22. And then Brian attacks, dropping a Bloodlust onto the Barbary Apes. Bloodlust is a great surprise instant. It can be used both offensively and defensively. Really cool. +4, -4, but your creature's toughness can't go below 1. So that makes that ape a 6/1, and he hits in for all 6 of that spicy instant damage. Bam, those apes just really got big. All right. So JS gained 4, took 8, or took 6. So he was at 18. He ends up down at 16. It's a tough trade-off using Crumble to get rid of the artifacts. You know, Artifact Blast or Detonate are good options. Also, things like Energy Flux are also really powerful against artifacts. But the Crumble allows your opponent to gain life. If it's a small artifact like a Fellwar Stone, it's not too bad. But in this case, that Dancing Scimitar cost 4, so quite a bit of life gain, but then also damage as well. Alright, so it looks like Brian is kind of stalling here. He's only got the Barbary Apes, and meanwhile JS is Sylvan Librarying away and digging, getting more mana, and he gets the Kumbaj Witches. And here JS plays another Dancing Scimitar, another 1/5 flying artifact creature. Alright, Brian gets his second mountain back on the draw. And he plays another Barbary Apes and another Jaloom Tome. Alright, on to JS's turn. So he's got the Dancing Scimitar. He's got the Kumbaj Witches. It's hard to see. It's hard to see the life. There we go. Sorry, I had the spotlight menu up there. So it's 20 to 16. It's still a pretty close match. It's very deep in. Lots of mana on the board. And it looks like JS is drawing an extra card from the Sylvan Library, paying 4. So drawing two cards this turn. And looks like JS is playing. I guess he's attacking with the Dancing Scimitars there. And passing turn. JS at 12, Brian at 19. Okay, Brian taps 5. Something big. The Mountain Yeti. But the Mountain Yeti only costs 4. 2 red, 2 colorless. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 red, 2 colorless. Only costs 4. Doesn't need to tap all those lands, but it doesn't seem to really make a difference here. Alright, so JS Sylvan Library. And thinking what to do. Let's see, he's got 2 black, 2 bayous, 2 swamps, 2 bayous, scrubland, and Fellwar Stone. So he does have 6 mana. So he is in Mirror Universe range. That will. I hope Brian's got some ways to deal with. I hope he's got some ways to deal with the artifacts. We don't have all the deck pictures published yet, so these are group matches. We haven't yet moved to the quarterfinals, so we haven't published the deck photos for everyone. So JS just elects to pass turn here. Alright, now Brian hits his 6th land and his 2nd island, so now he's got double blue, double red, double green. He's got everything he needs except for that mountain that JS took out for the triple red for Ball Lightning. But he drops another Mountain Yeti. Very interesting. Okay, so if he gets into that Blood Moon, he's going to have Mountain Yetis walking all over the place. JS, Sylvan Library. Just takes one card, it looks like. 12 to 19. So what's JS going to do here? He's got the witches. He could double ping the Barbary Apes, or he could double ping Brian. You know, and he can deal 2 damage back, but he can't kill the witches. Maybe he's saving it for combat damage in case he can block the Yeti with the Dancing Scimitar and ping it with the 2 witches twice. So JS is playing very defensively right now. Brian's still sitting in 19 life. Gets the 3rd mountain. Now things can change, because now Brian can play Ball Lightning. That's 6-1. He can drop that big bad boy and have a lot of damage come in at JS really fast. Okay, in this case, looks like no Ball Lightning, but Brian is electing to attack with both Apes and both Yetis. So JS has to know there's something coming up here. Could be another Bloodlust. Could be a Boomerang. There's lots of possibilities here. Okay, so JS taps the Fellwar Stone in the swamp. He plays Transmutation. And he blocks one of the Yetis with one of the transmutated 3/1 Kumbaj Witches. So that takes out one Yeti. He can block the other Yeti with the Scimitar, and he can block one of the Apes with the other Witches. And he takes 2 damage, dropping JS to 10. Alright, Sylvan Library. Alright, he plays a Plains. So now he's finally got double white. Not that he really needs it. I think his deck only needs 1 white. Double black. Swamps. Double black and green on the bayous. And black and white on the scrubland. So he does need to watch out. He's not going to have green if he gets that. Well, he'll have green through the Fellwar Stone if he gets the Blood Moon dropped on him, but it will turn a lot of his stuff into mountains. It's always a risk when you're running heavy duels, that Blood Moon. Okay, so JS is pensively considering what to do here. He's tapped 2 black. And a bayou. Okay, he's reconsidering. he's really trying to think through this. What is going on here? Okay. Looks like he's thinking of doing... Wow, he's really having a hard time figuring out what mana to cast. There he goes. So he's tapping 6. Must be the Mirror Universe, right? Or Triskelion. Man, he really is struggling to think about how to do the mana here. He must have a bit of a conundrum on how he's going to play his next card. It seems like he wants to leave 1 mana up. Maybe he wants to leave the 1 white up for the Great Defender to swap on the Scimitar or the Witches. So he just elects to pass turn. Wow, after all that. Very interesting. Alright, I am back. I stepped away for just a minute. Doesn't look like I missed too much. Looks like Brian drew with the Jaloom Tome. And just passed over to JS. I wonder how much that Sylvan Libraries is helping JS here. You know, the problem with Sylvan is if you don't end up drawing extra cards, you're kind of stuck with the 2 other cards for a long time. And you really need the Jaloom Tome to combo with the Sylvan to get something off the top that you don't need, like extra lands. Sylvan Library and Jaloom Tome together are really, really, really strong in Four Horsemen. Great way to filter through cards mid to late game, allowing you to dig an extra card with the Sylvan. Sometimes 2, because you can do one on your turn and 1 on the next, and allows you to dig more. Alright, so now JS is back to figuring out how to tap his lands. 2 bayous. Oh, look at this. Greed. Yeah. Now, Greed is a card we haven't seen in a while. But Greed is a classic Legends enchantment. Pay 1 black and 2 life and draw a card. And do it as many times as you want. So Greed will allow JS to draw, but he's pretty low. He's down to 10 already. He wants to get that Greed in place so he can draw and then get the Mirror Universe down. Pretty sneaky combo. Pretty powerful too. Alright. Interesting. Okay. So passes over to Brian. Brian's trying to figure out what to do here. Alright, so Brian just comes in with the full-on army attack. The 2 apes. He's got the Kurt ape now. There it is, finally. And the Mountain Yeti. So JS just blocks the Yeti, blocks one of the apes, and takes 4. Bringing him down to 6. He's taking a big hit here. He really needs that Mirror Universe now, or it is going to be curtains for JS. That first game was really close. Really, really, really close. JS needs that mirror universe now. Is he Sylvan Library here, or is he already drawn? Looks like he's already drawn. Alright, he's counting out the land. He's got the mana to play it, but does he have enough turns to survive? He's going to end up taking 4 damage. It would have him down to 2 if he wasn't careful. He needs to play the mirror universe now or get a really big blocker. Oh, it's just another Fellwar Stone. Oh, that's not what JS needs right now. And passes the turn again. It's looking bad for JS here. He just didn't get much going. Losing that scimitar early, he hurt his defense. And I don't know about the 2-for-1 combos, the transmute and the great defender and all that, but it is real sneaky. Combat sneakiness with the transmutation, I mean, it is strong, so I see the appeal. Okay, so Brian is thinking what to do here. Drawing with the Jaloom Tome, discarding a Taiga. He doesn't need any more land. He's got plenty of that. Plays a second Curd Ape, so the ape army grows. I believe Brian named this deck Blazing Apes. I think he played in Tournament 13. That was his first tournament. And ended up running this deck again with the Blazing Apes. He's got the the Mountain Yetis, which are, Yetis, the type of ape. The Barbary Apes, the Curd Apes, the Storm Seekers, Ball Lightnings. Pretty cool stuff. All great cards. Very reminiscent of the 94, 93 old days. Okay, so he comes in. He hits JS for 4 more damage because JS can block the Mountain Yeti and one of the apes. Okay, so JS gets another Dancing Scimitar. That's actually pretty good right now if he can keep it around, because he can block an extra creature, but he really, really needs the Mirror Universe. That's the only thing that's going to save him. Okay, what is going on here? He's playing his instance. I guess he's just giving in. Yeah, because he's gonna be at 2 life. Yeah, so JS could not pull off the Mirror Universe life switch in that match, and didn't get enough creatures to defend against Brian's massive army of apes. So now we're on to game 3. Let's see how the guys feel about that match. All right, guys, that was an interesting match too. I thought at any moment JS was going to get his Mirror Universe again, but Brian, your Blazing Apes army triumphed.
Yeah. That's why I was afraid to attack a few times on there, because I thought I was just going to get him down to 10 or so possibly, and then he drops that and it's all downhill. But
yeah, the Mirror Universe is so tricky. It's so tricky, and you gotta. Yeah, when I've been playing some games against it at times, and I've actually mana burned myself on my turn to try to even out the life score a little bit.
See, when he was tapping and then untapping, I 100% thought that's exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
I thought you were mana burning, getting yourself way down low, and then
switching. Yeah.
The switcheroo.
The interesting thing is with the modern errata, you can't mana burn yourself during your upkeep anymore, because mana burn happens at the end of each phase. So you got to do it at the end of your. If you're going to do it as an opponent, you're facing a Mirror Universe, you can mana burn yourself on your turn, so that your life goes down. But the opponent who has Mirror Universe, they can't mana burn during their upkeep anymore. They've got to switch life first, because
would have been too strong.
Yeah, that mana burn happens at the end of phase with the modern rules. But back in the old days, you could actually mana burn during your untap step. You could tap during your during your untap step and mana burn yourself, which allowed Mirror Universe to be a crazy win.
The problem is, even with the library, I had a very bad draw.
Yeah, I noticed you just didn't seem to get much going, and Brian's army was huge with all the apes.
Yeah, and because when you put the bloodlust, I was too many low on life because I was going to draw my cards with library, whatever.
Yeah.
But I would have, well, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah, Bloodlust, it's so sneaky. It's that 4 extra damage out of left field.
Yeah.
Very sneaky.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are 1-1, right?
I was surprised to Nazis want to kill me, actually.
Yeah, right. So you guys are 1-1 now, so that's always good.
So we don't top.
All right, good luck, guys.
1, 2, thank you, man. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so game 3. This is good. I like it when the games go 1-1. Everybody loves a good match that's balanced and ends up being a little more exciting when you've got that 1 versus 1 in the first 2 games. This match has actually gone on for quite a bit longer than I thought it might. We're an hour in now, and these 2 decks are pretty evenly matched, it seems. All right, so Brian gets a first turn Curd Ape. There you go. That's what Brian's been wanting all this match. He's been wanting the first turn Curd Ape, and he finally got it. Okay, so JS has a Plains and a Bayou, passes, and Brian's looking for, kind of can see Brian's hand. You should really tilt your hand up a little bit there, Brian, so we don't see what you got. But Chain Lightning coming down. Hey Brian, just so you know, you want to keep your hand tilted a little bit. You're tilting your hand a little too far forward. You can see your cards, okay? That's one thing that we've all done in these webcam matches is you don't want to tilt your cards too far forward. Your opponent can see them. But Brian's getting in for 2 with the apes, or 5. 2 with the apes and 3 with the Chain Lightning. Early damage. This is interesting. The Kumbaj Witches come down. Now that Chain Lightning would have been great versus the Witches. Brian's just trying to go full force on that heavy damage to try to get JS down low before he can Mirror Universe. But those chains can be very good against those Witches because they're a great defense. Alright, so Brian's coming in with the Curd Ape anyway. He must have another chain or a Bloodlust. JS blocks with the Witches. And it is Brian going to Bloodlust. Are we going to see another Bloodlust here? Bloodlust, such a great card. Never played in any format except for the Four Horsemen, and here it's really powerful, in particular with things like the Unstable Mutation. Great card. Alright, so he elects not to Bloodlust, and the creatures just bounce. JS gets into his 4th land, plays the Dancing Scimitar, and passes. Okay, Brian drops his 4th land. Both of these guys have been doing really pretty good on mana this game. Nobody's missed a land drop, and you got to run 22, 23, sometimes 24 lands to do that in Four Horsemen. And Brian's got he's got quadruple red, 1 green and 1 blue. So he's got almost everything he needs, but certainly he has enough to do Ball Lightning here, and he's got Barbary Apes as well coming down. Okay, Swamp. And Greed. So JS gets a Greed early here. That's interesting. He's got some defense, and now he can start his drawing. Greed is also good with Sylvan Library to get some extra cards out of the way, but you end up paying a lot of life if you do that. It's cheaper than paying the 4 life for the Sylvan, but only by 2. Passes the turn. Brian's wanting to draw into a Ball Lightning here so he can hit with everybody. Okay, so gets in for 3 damage. Is that right? Bringing JS down to 13. And plays another ape. Or did JS draw a card there? I missed what happened. Okay, yeah, so he's playing his second Dancing Scimitar, giving him even better defense against the army of apes. So JS is starting to stabilize here against Brian's very aggressive Blazing Apes deck. Okay, so JS is drawing a card, paying 2 life with the greed, bringing him down to 11. Brian needs to adjust the life there. Should be allowed 11, not 13. Alright. JS is getting close to his Mirror Universe range. Drops the Fellwar Stone. So he's got the mana. And Brian can't really attack with his apes right now because of the scimitars and the witches. Brian's still sitting on 20. Of course, JS is not attacking, so he's just trying to draw into that Mirror Universe. Alright, so Brian tapping red, red, green. Ooh, a 5-er. Pyrotechnics, look at that. Yes, Pyrotechnics is another really interesting Four Horsemen card that just doesn't get play anywhere else. It's been reprinted a bunch, but in Four Horsemen it's actually really good. 4 damage to any targets, any number of targets for 5 mana, a red and 1. So he takes out the, what's he taking out here? The Kumbaj Witches. So, 3 to the witches and 1 to JS. Is that the way he's doing it? And then he is attacking with all 3 apes. Interesting. So JS can block 2 of them. He has to take 2. So he'll go down to 8 there. But if it was one to JS and 3 to the witches, and then he takes 2 damage. Yeah, so now he's down to 6. Okay. Here comes the Mirror Universe, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another Dancing Scimitar. Wow. Look at that. Another Dancing Scimitar. Oh, and a Oubliette. Oubliette on the Curd Apes, it looks like. So the Curd Apes get exiled. Oubliette, another fantastic card. Four Horsemen, black, Arabian Nights removal card. Looks like it's being reprinted in the Double Masters and Masters, but original art from Douglas Schuler from 93 on the Arabian Nights Oubliette. It's an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, target creature phases out. So, really cool creature removal on Oubliette, and very powerful. It's not an enchant creature either. It's just an enchantment. So, alright, so JS is flashing. He's got 3 cards in hand. So that must mean Brian has the Stormseeker. That's interesting because JS is very low, but with the defense, looks like JS attacked with one of the Dancing Scimitars. That's odd. Why would he do that? He really just needs to save all his defense. If Brian drops a Ball Lightning here, he's going to need all those blockers. So I would not be attacking in this scenario. So this is the challenge with the aggro weenie decks. You know, once the players get mid to late game established, if you don't have your opponent dead by turns 5 or 6, they get established. They can start playing big creatures like Urnums and Juzums and even things like Azure Drakes and Ghost Ships and stuff like these Dancing Scimitars and the Wretched. Your opponent can get established, and the weenies just become very very difficult because they're so small. You just want a big fat giant creature to deal with your opponent's big fat giant creatures, and that's the challenge with the weenie decks here. Alright, so Chain Lightning straight to JS. Bam! 3 damage right to the face. And that brings JS down from 6 to 3. So Brian's really done a good job getting this damage in. He does not have double blue. I think he flashed a boomerang there. He's unable to use his boomerang because he needs the double blue for it. Okay, so JS plays another Kumbaj Witches, but he really needs the Mirror Universe. I wonder, did he take the Mirror Universe out? Surely not. Surely not. He just hasn't been able to draw into it. I guess he's probably running two Mirror Universe. Okay, so he decides to attack with 2 of the Dancing Scimitars. I do not like that at all. Because your opponent's running Ball Lightning. And he boomeranged something last turn, so he's got double blue and boomerang, but he can always draw into an island, and I think Brian's entire hand is full of blue stuff, it looks like. Alright, so he's attacking with both Apes, and JS can just block with both the Dancing Scimitar and the Kumbaj Witches. One more Chain Lightning, and it's curtains for JS. He really can't use his greed anymore either because he's too low on life. Will JS draw into the mirror universe in time? That is the question. More land. That's not good. You don't really want more land at this late stage. And JS attacks again with the dancing scimitars. Still don't like it. Don't like it. Ball lightning comes down. It's game. Alright. Well, another mountain. Brian still doesn't have his double blue. That's got to be frustrating for him. Okay, so he just passes turn. And JS doesn't have Sylvan Library this game. I think that's probably affected the order in which he's done things here, but he's also not able to dig very far. Alright, attacks with the two scimitars. They're doing the work. Bringing Brian down to 13. I guess maybe it is the right strategy, but I fear the ball lightnings. Okay, so 2 green and a red. Jaloom Tome. Uh-oh. That's going to be an accelerator for Brian there. Nice. Nice that Brian drew into that and can play it. Now he'll be able to start cycling away these cards he's been holding in his hand that he hasn't been able to use this whole game. That may be the turning point here for Brian to pull ahead in this match. I mean, he's got 2 chain lightnings and a pyrotechnics in his graveyard. He's got direct damage in his deck. He's going to draw into it. JS must draw his mirror universe, or he's going to lose. Alright, he flies in for 2 in the air with the scimitars again. Brian's down to 11. Maybe he took the mirror universes out. Maybe that's why he's attacking. You wouldn't want to be lowering your opponent's life in this scenario. You want to... Okay, so Jaloom Tome discards the boomerang. Yep. Because he doesn't have the double blue to use it, which has probably been very frustrating for him. Does that at the end of JS's turn. Now he goes to his turn. Brian is flashing his hand again. Saw he got a Taiga, so that's not what he needs in this scenario, but he can Jaloom Tome it away and draw again. If JS has his transmutations in hand, he could use those for a surprise attack to get in for 10 damage. I wonder if he's planning something like that. He could do an all-out attack next turn and transmute 2 of his creatures or something like that and get in for 10 in the air with those scimitars. Okay, green, red, red. Nope. Ooh, I see a blood moon coming, maybe? Is it blood moon? Doesn't really hurt JS too much here. He's got a white, he's got black. He can get green from the Felwar Stone, so blood moon does not hurt him, but it does allow the mountain walking to become relevant. Alright, so he just plays, he Jaloom Tomes away the Taiga and plays the Kurt Ape. Kurt Ape, another fantastic Blazing Apes deck. Creature, as Brian calls it. Original Ken Meyer Jr. artwork from 93. Classic. 1/1, but if you have a forest, he's a 2/3. Amazing. Really powerful card. Okay, so JS attacks again with the scimitars. Ah, looky there. There's the transmutation. I had a feeling that was coming. Yeah, so switching the power and toughness of a creature. So his 1/5 flying dancing scimitar becomes a 5/1. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. So he can hit in the air for 5, and then he's got the other dancing scimitar for the other one. Alright, I think that's game for these guys.
The transmute after the Great Defender.
Gotcha.
So it's making 14 damage.
14 damage. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bloodlust one of them and take a whole crap ton of damage. No, buddy.
All right, man.
Handled it.
Wow, that was sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I had this dude.
Hey, man.
The ball lightning. Yeah, I was thinking that if you had gotten the ball lightning earlier.
I was expecting it, man, all the time. That's why I kept a scimitar. So if he's bloodlust or he's get a ball lightning, I'm gonna be okay.
Bloodlust. I had the unstable.
And I was unable to use greed to that much.
Man.
Because I didn't get any mirror universe. I'm playing 3, man.
Because if you'd have, I mean, if I had to put those both on there, you'd use your queen to turn into a 0-2 anyways, right?
And the last game, I had this combo, man, and I wasn't able because I was going to kill myself.
Yeah.
With Hellfire with Touch of Darkness.
Ooh, Hellfire.
I would have switched my scimitar as a black.
Yeah.
But I was getting myself.
Touch of Darkness. Now that's a card I don't think I even know.
I meant, but it's sneaky. Oh man, it was very tight games, man. Actually, it was very, very cool. But it's the I think it's the first I win without Mirror Universe for this combo.
That first game in Mirror Universe, I don't know if you should have waited a little bit longer on it, because I mean I came back pretty good. I got you down pretty far from.
That's why I tried to draw and draw and draw with the green to get one. But I was expecting a folk. I said, I have to play before he's playing a folk. I'm gonna be dead if I get a Mirror Universe. Hi, man. It was cool.
Yeah, for sure. Good game.
And it's fun that you're now in a format, man. You're a very good player, and I think we're gonna have fun to play with you.
Appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
Okay, great games, guys. Appreciate you letting me do the video. We'll
no problem.
We'll have it up on the Tournament 14 list. We just finished Tournament 12 finals today, so now we got to start Tournament 13 videos. We got a bunch of those done. We always lag a month behind the tournament, but this will make for good content.
Hey, no excuses, John.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, take care. Hey, we're due, my chat. We're to play a game.
Yeah, you want to play?
Not right now, but soon.
Okay, man. All right. Yeah,
Take
we'll
care,
play
guys.
soon. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. So that is our tournament 14 match between JS and Brian. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. And stay tuned for the next one. Cheers. Good night.